All right, when you start adding pages and they're showing up in your menu and your sitemap on your website, sometimes you're going to want to organize them. So this site pages menu that pops up actually doubles as the order in which you see the pages. So if we did have a menu on top, right, which we don't on this particular site, but if we did have a navigation menu, this is how the pages would actually show up in order. We can actually change the order of them. So in order to do that, you would just click and drag it. So if I come over to this pages, you notice there is crosshairs that shows up when I hover over the left side icon. So maybe I wanted testimonials up a little bit higher. And I also wanted farm fresh eggs underneath about the farm. Now, oh, I'm not sure how that happened. How do we do that? My Wix is having a hard time. Okay. Now, for this website, it's pretty simple. So we don't actually have a navigation menu right now, but after we've reorganized the pages, what happens if we want to nest a page underneath another one? Like say, for example, you have a list of services, but you wanted a page for each individual service. Now, to do that, if we hit this plus sign over here to the left in our elements toolbox, where it's actually already selected, but you might, not see it right away. So if you come down about halfway on this menu, you're going to see an option for menu and search. If I select menu and search, I can see a couple of options for horizontal, vertical menus, things like that. For the sake of this video, let's just throw on a regular horizontal menu, and then we'll figure out how to edit. So I selected it, and right now it's kind of ugly, right? So I'm actually going to drag it up so we can see it a little bit better. Okay, we're going to pull it around right there. So if I hit with the menu selected, I want to change things about it. I might go in and change the way it's structured. I might want to change the fonts or colors of it. And for now, let's just go into manage menu. So if I select manage menu, what this is going to do is pop up pages that the pages that are going to be nested underneath this particular menu, right? So we can manage all of our site menus by selecting this option here. Now, this is important because say you want a certain menu on your home page, but you wanted a different menu on another page, right? You can add as many as you wanted. For now, we'll just stick to one and we'll figure out how to add our pages. Okay, so we'll X out of that box. And here, let's name it home. Let's just do the main menu here. So underneath this menu, we see we've got three options. We have our story, animals, and stay with us. If I double click that and I hit the three dots here, I can actually rename it, and that will change what it appears on the menu. I can change where it links to, and I can also duplicate or remove it from the menu altogether. So if I click these three dots and I renamed it, what would happen is it would put in the new name. So maybe it says home, right? And then I would do the same thing for the other two. Great. And then we would change this to maybe we'll say about, right? And we'll make sure that they're going to the right places. And we'll say this one is about. And the next one would be, maybe we'll say visit us, right? So that goes to some sort of a contact form page. Perfect. Okay, now what happens if I want to nest something underneath it? Like maybe I didn't want Visit Us to be its own page, but I wanted to come to an anchor link underneath About Us, right? So I might select About, hit the three dots here, and then I'll probably want to move under, right? So this would turn into a drop-down menu. But I don't want About underneath Home. I want Visit Us underneath About. So if I select right here in the middle, move under About, it's actually going to nest it underneath. So now we're only seeing Home and About. And then if we drop down, it's going to show us Visit Us. So this is how we would structure our actual menu, right? And then we can change the look of it and the style over here on the right side. But the most important thing is to make sure that it's structured correctly. For this site, I'm actually not going to recommend we add a menu only because it's pretty simple. The call to action is very, very clear. Now, a website with maybe more complicated pages, yeah, you want to go ahead and organize them really well, but don't overcomplicate it. It's not that serious. So for now, and you can play with the site styles over here, change the color of the actual website if we wanted to add a background fill color in here. We could select from any of the site styles as a background. We can round the corners. We can change the color of the text, all sorts of stuff, as well as the fonts and all of that. And if you select a background and it's not showing up, it's likely because the opacity is too low. So a couple of quirks to think about and change there. But for now, like I said, we're not going to worry about a menu, but that's how you would organize your pages underneath your main menu. And you can have footer menus, you can have in-page menus. There's a ton of things that you can do. For now, just understand where that is. So we're going to delete this, and then I'll see you in the next video.